It's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about AI involved with Invisalign or Align technology. Is there AI involved in your ClinChecks? I don't have a problem with that. Great. If their AI is trained up, let's do it. Remember, anything you do with a ClinCheck, ultimately it's it's your dental license. You can have the AI help you make things better, based on their predictability, but you got to look at it and be like, is this what I wanted? And I'm the doctor. So, I don't have a problem with AI, but in any case, I did a little deep dig to find out where Align Technology is supposedly using their AI. Keep in mind, I couldn't find anything published by Align Technology on its own when I did my dig. So this comes from a magazine. It seemed pretty reputable. It wasn't like somebody's blog, and they do source. It was called AI Magazine. So I'm assuming they interviewed Align Technology before they did it. And before I go into what they say is involved in AI, I just want to keep in mind that lately, and I'm just going to say this is something I've noticed and other people have noticed that I didn't have to do a long time ago, but I want you to double check. And that's the whole reason I'm making this video. Again, this is just my clinical opinion. I do tons of ClinChecks, but I've noticed we'll optimize this plan. It's looking amazing. We're on like almost the final iteration of it. And then somehow the front teeth end up being crooked at the end. And I'm like, well, wait, that's really obvious. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, how come it can't get that right? Like, that's the number one thing it should be able to do, right? So I used to not obsessively check things like that once I had that right, especially if I'm just working on the bite in the back. But now, before we finalize a plan, I'm like, double check to make sure the front teeth are straight. Just look at it, just realistically, because I can't tell you how many times they're not. So that's the only reason I wanted to make this video. But let me read off some of the suggestions on how Align uses AI, according to this AI magazine. And this article, unfortunately, I do not have the date. I just have the screenshot, but I'm sure you can look it up. AI magazine, Align technology. It'll come up. So they did say that in the case assessments, if you use case assessments, why are we dark? They do use AI. Well, duh, because they give you the answer like super fast. Same thing with the outcome simulator and all that. Anything that comes back like pretty instantaneously and doesn't need a physical body to take time, a day or two, is AI, right? Like the case assessments. Basically, we're talking about Invisalign Go being total AI. No shock, because I think Invisalign Go looks, again, my personal opinion, I don't want to get sued, I think it's junk. So, and orthodontists don't use it. Their smile views, their in-face. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of in-face. Anything that you need to sell the case that happens instantaneously is AI, right? They use Invisalign first treatments have AI to classify it if it's baby or adult teeth. So they're using AI to detect the baby versus adult teeth and which ones need special types of attachments. And they're also using it in packaging to look for defects. So that's where that makes sense. So I mean, good for them that they're sophisticated enough to use AI to make their ClinChecks better. And ultimately, I always, like to think that if they can streamline this better, and I mean, I don't want to fire our technicians, our live people, but I mean, there's no reason why AI can't do ClinChecks. That's just absurd. Obviously they're going to have to train you over and over again. And I mean, I do think that personalized plan might be moving in that direction. But ultimately, you're the doctor. You need to drive the boat. You need to drive the bus. And you need to tell them how you want to do it and double check it at the end. All right. And again, if you need help on ClinChecks, we can help you. Go to straightsmilesolutions.com. We also have courses. Thank you.